Thebes, 4th century BC. A young man comes into one of the largest fortunes in the city. Land, money, a name that opens doors. Everything a life in Thebes was supposed to be built on is now his. He looks at it, and he decides it isn't his life. Not because someone convinced him it was wrong to be rich. Not because he'd read the right book at the right moment. He simply wanted something else more than he wanted this, so he acted on it. He gave the fortune away, and by some accounts walked it down to the sea and threw it in front of the city that had expected him to spend the rest of his life managing it. That's the whole decision. No committee, no gradual drift, no years of hesitation. A want followed by an action. He went to find Diogenes of Sinope. Diogenes didn't run a school. He lived his philosophy in the street, owned almost nothing, answered to no one's idea of respectable. Crates attached himself to that life and started living it too. Not studying it from a comfortable distance, doing it. He moved to Athens and stayed on the street. Not for a season, not until something better came along, for the rest of his life. The city had a word ready for a man who threw away a fortune. Crates didn't spend his time arguing with the word. He kept walking the way he'd chosen to walk. He earned a nickname for it, the door opener. Not because he had a door of his own for people to knock on, he had none. He earned it by walking uninvited into other people's houses, sitting down and telling them exactly what he thought. No appointment, no introduction, no separation between the philosopher and the life he was commenting on. People let him in anyway. Somewhere between irritation and respect, the city made room for him. Later, a young woman named Hipparchia fell for the same life before she ever fell for the man. Wealthy family, respectable prospects, every reason to look away. She looked anyway. Her parents said no. She told them she'd rather die than marry into the life they wanted for her instead. They gave in. When she met Crates, she didn't move him indoors. She moved outside with him. Same street, same terms, no separate arrangement for the wife. They had children out there, raised them the same way Crates had chosen to live, not the way Thebes or Athens would have preferred. Neither of them treated the choice as something to grow out of. One of the people who kept turning up wherever Crates happened to be was a young man named Zeno of Citium. Zeno watched him, took what he needed from it, and eventually built something of his own out of it, a school called Stoicism. Crates never asked for the credit. He wasn't building a legacy. He was building a Tuesday and then another one, on the same street for the rest of his life. Diogenes Laertius wrote down a fragment of Crates' own words years later. Crates had no regret in that line, no performance of humility either. Just an accounting. Here's what stayed. Here's what didn't. He'd already made his peace with the difference before anyone asked him to explain it. He didn't inherit that life. He walked into it on purpose, out of one decision he never walked back. They told us, we forgot to listen.